What's your favorite color of the alphabet? True or false? I have 99 questions here on this board that are designed to confuse you. I will be writing down any thoughts or answers that you might have with Sharpie, even if they're gobbledygook, which is really what we're striving for here, okay? So give me all that gobbledygook. I welcome it warmly, and I will write it down accordingly, phonetically, as best I can spell it. So let's begin with, are you breathing and blinking manually right now? Are you? And do you consider eyebrows, facial hair? Do you? Why does grape taste like purple? Do you know? You do. Got it. Alright. If you don't shower, how long does it take you to get a scholarship? If you don't shower, yeah, how long does it take you to get a scholarship? Okay. How many weeks? How many days? Minutes? Seconds? Nanoseconds? Got it, okay. If I eat myself, would I become twice as big, or would I disappear completely? Twice as big, or disappear completely? If I eat myself. It's kind of a riddle. Isn't the word Q just the letter Q, followed by 4 silent letters? Q. Q. U. E. U. E. Isn't it? Where does a thought go when it's forgotten? Where does a thought go when it's forgotten? Bye-bye. See you later, doodles. Where does it go? In the trash. In the recycling bin, the incinerator, the garbage disposal. A vat. A kitty cat's liquid. Kitty cat's liquid. Only on Tuesdays. Why is a boxing ring square? If it's a ring, why the heck? Why the heck is it a square? Right. Do we ever do anything through conscious choice alone? Or are we forever controlled by some external stimulus or motive? Let's get deep here for a second. Who tests whether dog food is ever improved? If you were an egg, how would you prefer to be cracked? In half? Just hit on the table. Why is abbreviation such a long word? Why? How long is a piece of string? How long? Totally. Which orange came first? The fruit or the color? Which orange came first? What do you think? If oranges didn't exist, what color would they be? If oranges didn't exist, Why doesn't Tarzan have a beard? Why doesn't Tarzan have a beard? Why doesn't Tarzan have a beard? Why not? Asking the real questions. Have you always had that? That? Yeah, right there. Have you always had that? I never noticed it before. Did we jump timelines? Suspicious. Should I tell everyone or will you? You know. Should you tell everybody? What do you think? I mean, I'd prefer that. Who taught the first ever teacher? Who taught the first ever teacher? Who taught the first ever teacher? What fruit do you write with when you go shopping? Kumquat. What fruit do you write with when you go shopping? Yeah. Banana. Why is it that doctors call what they do a practice? Are they practicing on us? Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay. What makes you you? What makes you you? What makes you you? All that and more, definitely. All that and more. What sort of person would you be if your left and your right areas of your brain switched control? Like, what would you become? What would you become then? Who would you be then? If your left and right brain areas switched control. Jiminy Cricket. Interesting response. I guess things aren't wiring, so it makes sense. Is your oven on? Yeah, is your oven on right now? Did you remember to turn it off? Should you check? Is your oven on? Maybe, okay. Is your answer to this question no? Is your answer to this question no? What are the options here? How can you ever throw away a garbage can? Can you? Is sunscreen a type of mayonnaise, or is mayonnaise a type of sunscreen? Is sunscreen a type of mayonnaise, or is mayonnaise a type of sunscreen? Can nuclear forces ever stop existing? Can nuclear forces ever stop existing? Can nuclear forces ever stop existing? Hold it. If we manifest. Why are you here at this very moment in your life? Have you ever thought about it? Why are you here at this moment in your life? Answering confusing questions. Fate found us. Why is being in a pool less gross than being into a pool? Because you can see it. You take it either way, okay? If telescopes use mirrors, how do we know that there are no space E and T silent? Think about it. Is the E in T, T-E-A, silent? The E-A in T. What happens when an immovable object meets, nice to meet you, an unstoppable force? What happens? Huh? Should vegetarians eat animal crackers? Feels like it goes against everything they stand for, so. Should vegetarians on principle eat animal crackers? When you take out the trash, do raccoons bite or do you climb up a mountain? This is everything about who you are. Huh. Why is vanilla ice cream white when vanilla itself is brown? Why is vanilla ice cream white when vanilla itself is brown? Did Bill Nye explain that one somewhere? Send me the video. No, you don't know. We'll figure it out together. Are soulmates a real thing? To be determined. How come the wool on the sheep doesn't shrink when it rains? What's the purpose and meaning of time? Time. What is the purpose and the meaning of time? Don't ask, don't tell. Why don't birds fall off trees when they sleep? What do you think? Oh, good one, okay. If you hate all the haters, doesn't that mean that you hate yourself? Maybe. How do you expect the unexpected? How do you do that? Prep. Why doesn't the glue stick to the inside of the bottle? How many holes does a straw have? How many holes? How many holes? How many holes? How many holes does a straw have? Speaking of, why do they call them fingers? 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 How high up does the sky start? How high up does the sky start? I've actually never considered that. Have you? How high up does it start? Why is the alphabet ordered the way that it is? Who decided the order of the alphabet? Who was that? You know what? Hank, I'm looking at you, kid. You're gonna order these letters, okay? Thank you, Hanky. What if we wanted Z where B is and F where X is? Why? Hank. I'm confused. Hank. What shape is your field of vision? What shape is your field of vision? shape is your field of vision? I want mine to be a star, but I feel like it's not. Pyramid. Why does anything exist? Why does anything exist? Why does anything exist? Why does anything exist? Existential crisis coming right up. Where did all the philosophers go? What is the exact definition of perfect health? What is the exact definition of perfect health? Is it an impossible feat? When your soul leaves your body, does it look like you? When your soul leaves your body, does it look like you? Does it? I feel like it looks like a gas. Do you like water? You like it? Hydration. What color is your toothbrush? What color is your toothbrush? It's a toothbrush. What color is it? Do you know? Is it a little dirty? Should you clean it? Okay. Off-white. With a strip. Will people still drive in 20 years? Will people still be driving in 20 years? Anyone, maybe? Someone? It's a crazy world we're going to see in 20 years. If someone has braces on their teeth when they die, if someone has braces on their teeth when they die, are their braces removed? Why do we have belly buttons for our entire lives? Why do we have belly buttons for our entire lives? What are they doing there? Why are they there? What purpose do they serve? Why are most cartoon suns drawn wearing sunglasses? What are they protecting their eyes from? Why are most cartoon suns drawn wearing sunglasses? What are they protecting their eyes from? The people. The rest of the world. Space. Their own greatness. Do we all hear sounds the same? Do we all hear sounds the same? How could we ever know? Alright. How would you sell hot chocolate in Florida? How would you go about selling hot chocolate in Florida? Are you a business person? Sales? You're good at sales. Force it. Force them to buy it. Subscription service. What exists in nature that we aren't able to perceive or measure? What exists in nature that we aren't able to perceive or measure? Oh, got it. Yeah, I love all those. Makes sense that we can't do that because of what they are. Where does your lap go when you stand up? Where does olives come in cans and green olives come in jars? Who decided that? What? I really want to know that answer. When exactly does it become tough shit? What is the barometer for it becoming tough shit? What? Is it subjective? Can cereal be considered soup? Can cereal be considered soup? Depends who you ask. Why does time seem to flow only in one direction? Why does time seem to flow only in one direction? Why is the third hand on a watch called the second hand? To purposefully confuse us. Are you sure you're not forgetting something? Yeah. And does it still itch? Does it? Should do something about it. If a human being is genetically enhanced, are they still human? If a human being is genetically enhanced, are they still considered human? Will it still hurt your eyes if you just look at a picture of the sun? Why is the objective of golf to play the least amount of golf? Why is the objective of golf to play the least amount of golf? Tiger Woods. Good answer. Do caterpillars know that they're going to become butterflies when they build the cocoon? Or do they build the cocoon not knowing that they will become butterflies? Have you asked one lately? They have no idea. If you're flying in a canoe and one of the wheels falls off, how many pancakes does it take to build a doghouse? I'll give you a moment. 3 flapjacks. In the word scent, which letter is silent, the S or the C? In the word scent, which letter is silent, the S or the C? Why do you say you have a cold when your temperature goes up? Why do you say that you have a cold when your temperature goes up? When you have a hot? I have a hot. I have a hot. Are your socks untied? Does birth order determine personality? Does birth order determine personality? What if your dreams were real and your daily life was the dream? What if your dreams were real and your daily life was the dream? Shit. If a word is misspelled in the dictionary, will we ever know it? If a word is misspelled in the dictionary, will we ever know it? No. Why are snakes and spiders so repulsive to everyone? It's like it's programmed. Can you cry underwater? Can you cry underwater? Have you tried? If a bunch of time continue if everything in the world was frozen? Would it go on? What would water look like if the sky didn't exist? What would water look like if the sky did not exist? Do cannibals think clowns taste funny? What is the goal of humanity? What is the goal of humanity? Blur. Blur. Why are caregivers and caretakers the same thing? How much would you charge to wash all the windows in Seattle? Can you have a daydream at nighttime? Can you have a daydream at nighttime? Daydream at nighttime. Can you? All the time. How old is the youngest grandfather in your family? How old is the youngest grandfather in your family? Are you aware of your tongue? Are you aware of your tongue? How often? When you're talking to yourself, what's the difference between the you that's talking and the you that's listening? Oh God. What does water taste like? Have you become a member of the Floontz ASMR